Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Dr. Naveen. I am currently a final year radiology resident in my last few months of radiology residency. So in this video, I want to tell you few tips which might help you to prepare well for your competitive exams and crack those competitive exams. These tips are valid for both Neet UG preparing aspirants and as well as Neet PG preparing aspirants. So without any delay, let's get started. So guys, the first step would be to start preparing early. Don't wait till the very last moment of the exam to start preparing. So if you are a Neet PG aspirant, start preparing in your fourth and final year, so that you have a good orientation of the exam right from fourth year and you have good enough time to prepare for the entire exam, and you will definitely have an edge over someone who is starting preparation late. So just like the tortoise and rabbit race, you need to start early to be in the race and to win it, to crack the exam in a very comfortable manner. So the second and the most important tip would be that you need to understand your exam format. So for that to happen, you need to check and read and revise the previous year questions or the previous year paper thoroughly, so that you will know what to read and what not to read, and on what topics the examiner is stressing and what topics are frequently appearing in the exams and what topics are like touch me not topics, and you don't need to worry much about them. You will get a good idea once you know the exam format and once you go through the previous year's questions. After that, the most important thing that you can do as an aspirant is to practice as many multiple choice questions as possible, because there is no other replacement for this. The more you practice, the better you will feel on the day of the exam and the more comfortable you will be with the exam paper, and you will definitely outperform someone who has not practiced enough, even though he must have read much more than you. But if he has not practiced as many questions as you did, then you will definitely have an edge over that person. So you need to practice as much as possible. So if you are going to take one tip away from this video, it is that you need to practice as many MCQs as possible. The next thing would be to stay focused and manage your time well. So guys, preparing for any competitive exam is not a sprint, it is a marathon. So you need to dig in and dig out for a long period of time, for a few months to a year. It's not like a quick sprint where you have a short burst of energy and you complete the race. It's a marathon. Therefore, you need to stay focused for a longer duration of time, for a few months to a year. Therefore, make a schedule in such a way that you can bear that schedule and you can do it day in and day out for longer duration of time. And also manage your time properly. If you're preparing for any competitive exam, and make sure that you manage this time well. That is, you divide the time into particular slot. For example, one slot before breakfast, one slot between breakfast and lunch, another slot between lunch and evening 5 o'clock, let's say, where you have your snack break, and another slot during or before or after dinner. So that you divide your time into these slots, so that if you are unable to read in one slot, you can always go back and start studying from the next slot. Rather than going to the next day, it's better to read the same day in the next slot. So dividing your day into slots will give you that mental mind map of doing well in the next slot, even though in your previous slot you were not able to study well. So always divide your day and make sure that you get most of every slot that you are studying. And the next tip would be to manage your time during the exam. So this is again a different game. So during the exam, no matter how much you have prepared, you will definitely come across questions which you have never seen before. So don't get panic. You cannot know all the questions. No one knows all the questions. So just try to think about it logically. If you don't know any concept in that question, you think about it logically, and if you are sure, or if you are a little bit positive that this might be the answer, then you just mark the answer and mark that question to review later, and you move ahead. If you do not know anything about the question, then it's better to just leave that question for the time being and you go ahead and tackle the other questions. And once you have completed the entire paper, you can come back to these questions and you can think about them at that time. And the next tip would be to stay early. So you need to make sure that throughout your preparation, which lasts for about 6 months to 8 months, you are healthy and active. Therefore, make sure that you eat the right food, you do a little bit of workout, because this will help you in being healthy, and also will increase the blood circulation to your temporal lobe of your brain, which helps in short-term memory. So make a healthy schedule, stay healthy, eat healthy, and have adequate rest throughout the 6 to 8 months period, so that you are in a very good shape while tackling the exams. And the next and last advice would be that you stay positive as much as possible. So during the preparation, we will give a lot of mock exams, and if you are someone who is not giving, or who is planning not to give any mock exams, then you will be out of the race before the race even starts. So make sure you give a lot of mock exams, and during these mock exams, definitely will get lot of questions wrong, and lot of negative marks, and lot of low scores. Don't be demotivated with that. Just take the positives out of that exam and you move ahead. It's better to get less score in the mock exam than the actual exam. Take it like that. So those are like about 6 tips which I wanted to give to people who are preparing for any competitive exams. If you resonate with any of these ideas, do let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video.